documents about offshore finance, which exposes how some of the world's richest people, including some 35 current and former national leaders, have hidden their money from the authorities. Well, amongst those whose financial affairs have been published, the Czech Prime Minister, the King of Jordan, the Kenyan President, the Pakistani Finance Minister, and people with alleged links to the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Well, for the most part, these revelations have been denied or downplayed by those accused. Well, the former head of the IMF, Dominique Strauss-Kahn, has been named in that leaked cache of 12 million documents. Let's get more on that now from our French politics editor, Mark Perelman. Mark, what do the Pandora Papers say about the man we call here in France DSK?
Well, they tell us more about his life after he was ousted as Director General of the International Monetary Fund after this scandal in New York that torpedoed his political career here in France as well. And he's been quite active as a consultant, a luxury consultant, I should say, because he was charging a lot of money. And the way he was essentially using tax havens to maximize his profits. Dominique Strauss-Kahn is a resident of Morocco for many years. He pays less taxes over there. But what we're learning through those Pandora Papers is that he also set up back in 2018 a company in one of the 7 United Arab Emirates, the Emirates of Ras Al Khaimah, which is a small emirate but has a big advantage. It gives you essentially full secrecy in terms of how you conduct business and virtually no taxes at all. And so Dominique Strauss-Kahn, who was asked by the consortium of newspapers and media outlets conducting this in-depth investigation why he had done so, didn't reply, but his entourage said that he didn't do this for tax reasons. However, as the investigators noted, he created this company back in 2018, as I said, just after his grace period in Morocco, where he was not paying taxes, had expired. So there's this notion that he was trying to avoid taxation as much as possible, and clearly given his former position as head of the IMF and also as a finance minister here in France, this is not a good look for Dominique Strauss-Kahn once again.
Sure, and what's quite interesting when you listen to some of the commentary on this, in particular listening to what the Kremlin had to say about it, of course they are denying or downplaying what's been said, but they've pointed out that the United States is, after all, perhaps the biggest tax haven of them all.
Well, that's what's quite interesting, is that we knew that some states in the U.S., for example, Delaware, had very attractive, if you may use the word, reasons for people to set up their companies because they were paying very little taxes. But what's really striking in those revelations is the state of South Dakota, which is not known as a financial hub, but which has been attracting a lot of investors because of the secrecy it provides. There's a whole mechanism whereby you invest in a trust, and basically the beneficiary is not known and is well hidden. And there are some allegations that foreign former heads of state or sometimes people who've been linked to criminal groups have used this tax haven in the US. And so this is why, yes, you have Russians or others saying, well, the Americans are accusing us of everything that's wrong on the planet, including hiding taxes and so on. But they should really, first of all, clean up their own house, because in the US there is a problem. We'll have to see what the Biden administration has to say about this, because fighting against corruption and criminal gangs using their money in the US has been one of their mottos. So it will be very interesting to see in the coming days what they have to say about this striking development in the US.